explain away those really difficult teachings. That's easier with the parables. Jesus tells a bunch of stories throughout the gospel. And I mean, the Gospels themselves say that no one really knows what he's talking about. He confuses them. We pastors love the parables. We can really do loops around those. Find loopholes through teachings. What the parable is really trying to say, you see, doesn't mean what you think it means. The Old Testament's even better. I can tell the story of Abraham in any direction I need to go. Make it go wherever I need it to. David does some bad stuff, so all of that's obviously metaphorical, right? When Moses leads the Israelites across the parted sea, that could mean just about anything. And don't even get me started on Joseph and his brothers. One of these days, I'm going to preach a whole series on Revelation just to freak you out. I'm going to talk about a book that has been used to make whatever point we want it to make. Could mean anything. But then, we find Jesus' sermon on the plain here in Luke. But I say to you, he says, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. If someone slaps you on the cheek, offer the other one. If someone takes your coat, give them your shirt. Give to everybody who asks of you. Don't ask anything back from them. Treat people the same way you want to be treated. So what if you love people that love you back? What do you want, a medal for that? Anybody can do that. Be compassionate, just as God has been compassionate to you. Don't judge people, or you will end up judged yourself. Don't condemn anyone, or you will end up condemned. Forgive, and then you will be forgiven. Surely there is a way out of these. There's got to be. Maybe we're just missing something in the original Greek that softens what Jesus is saying here. That makes exceptions. That adds a little bit of nuance. He can't really mean any of this. It's crazy. This goes against all common sense. Surely Jesus isn't telling us that if we get hit, we shouldn't hit back. That we shouldn't do a thorough background check before lending money. That we shouldn't expect repayment. Surely Jesus isn't talking about this, because our entire economic system depends on good credit. Our entire criminal justice system depends on hurting offenders so much that they and everyone else will never want to do that again. Our entire military philosophy is to be able to strike our enemies before someone can strike us. So surely I must be getting ready to tell you that Jesus didn't really mean what he said. There's no way that we have all gotten everything this wrong for this long. There is, simply put, no way that God can reasonably expect us to exhibit this kind of unlimited love. Because, look, it sounds like Jesus isn't just talking about love as a warm feeling towards someone. It's not just sentimentality. It seems like Jesus is talking about actions. That we are supposed to actually act in such a way that we show love to those we'd rather not even know, much less do good toward. My goodness, how are we supposed to love our enemies? That's an oxymoron. If we love someone, well, they're not even our enemies anymore. And there's no way we're actually supposed to pray for someone who mistreats us. If I am praying for someone, how am I supposed to keep letting anger define my relationship with them? How am I supposed to keep hating them if I'm praying for them? And do not tell me that here a general conference where there are folks in my own denomination who are disagreeing with me and working and voting for the church to go in a direction I don't want it to go, don't tell me I have to love them. This is the church. It's too important to let this kind of namby-pamby preaching get in the way. The stakes are too high for all of that. We can love once we've won, right? I get to judge because, by God, I am right. So I'm supposed to tell you how to get out of this. I mean, come on, Jesus. If I live that way, I'll get crucified. Do you know what that's like? Well, beloved, I have failed in my appointed task today. I cannot get us out of this one. I have come to the disappointing conclusion that Jesus meant exactly what he said. That we who follow him, who call ourselves his disciples, are supposed to live exactly this way. To love our enemies, to do good to those who hate us, to bless those who curse us, to pray for those who mistreat us, not to judge people, not to condemn people, not to forgive people, to give out of our abundance and to give out of our poverty and not expect anything back, etc., etc., etc. I think Jesus may have actually meant all of this. Here's the thing. This is crucial. Jesus isn't just giving us a list of commands here. He's not just listing or giving a checklist of impossible demands that we will all fail to live up to. I don't think I can do this. I get mad at people sometimes. I dislike them. I have trouble forgiving. I judge. Who I judge. But what Jesus is doing is revealing to us who God is. It's not just saying you got to do these things. I mean, he's saying you got to do these things, but he is saying, first of all, everyone, this is who God is. This is what God has done for every single one of us. This is what God continues to do for us. God has shown each and every one of us unlimited love. God has turned us from enemies into God's own beloved children. God has overwhelmed us with forgiveness. God has sacrificed everything, knowing that we'll never be able to repay it. God has refused to condemn us. God has forgiven us instead of judging us. In the Sermon on the Plain, Jesus reveals God's overwhelming, unbelievable, ridiculous, unreasonable love for us. And in that revelation, that epiphany, Jesus invites us to do the same. To love as God has loved us. To live in the very heart of God. Not because Jesus wants to give us an impossible life to live, but instead reveals to us that the life that we have been living, the one where we hate one another and judge one another and refuse to forgive one another, that is the impossible life we have been living. Jesus opens up a new kind of life, opens up God's life to us, because he does not want us to allow someone else's hatred, someone else's judgment, someone else's sin to define who we are, to separate us from God's love. Jesus invites us to receive God's unlimited love and give it away to everyone who needs it. So I'm sorry. I failed. I couldn't get us out of this one. I think if we listen, as Jesus says, if we are willing to hear, if we give up our sense of entitlement to anger and judgment and condemnation, we will be able to receive God's love. If we just let go and empty our hands and empty our hearts of all of those things that separate us from God, we will be able to receive so much more than we ever thought possible. We will know God's love for us. Be able to share it. So maybe I'm not sorry I couldn't get us out of this after all. In the name of God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. As we